Thanks for joining us for another episode of Kansans Fueling Kansas. I'm joined by Angela Tin, this time on Zoom, doing everything remote as we have done for the past year, it seems like. Angela, first, could you introduce yourself and tell us about the American Lung Association?
My name is Angela Tin, and I'm with the American Lung Association, and I'm National Senior Director for Clean Air Initiatives. We have been here since 1904, and our mission is to improve air quality to improve lung health.
And could you tell us about how tailpipe emissions and how they are harmful for lung health?
When you have a vehicle, whether it's a car, a truck, or a boat or a plane, you have different types of emissions, and most people are familiar with tailpipe emissions, but there are also emissions coming out of the engine. There are also emissions coming out of the car as you're refueling, or even the car as it's sitting on a hot day. There are emissions from all over the vehicle.
Why is it important to you that higher ethanol blends are available at the gas pump for folks across America?
Ethanol is a cleaner fuel. It is renewable, is biodegradable, and it runs in your engines. We've been using E10 for a long time. Certain cars, a lot of cars can run on E15 and cars can run on E85. When you replace the petroleum portions of the fuel with an alternative renewable fuel, it's good for the environment and it's good for lung health.
So you bring up the question about air quality during the pandemic and how that's kind of re-sparked the conversation about the importance of air quality for our lungs. So could you just tell me what that conversation has been and why clean air is important for our lung health?
When the pandemic started last year in March, we started getting a lot of calls from people because they noticed or thought they noticed that the air was cleaner because there weren't a lot of vehicles on the road. And it's not what you can see, it's what you can't see that's important for lung health. So as we looked at the air quality, we noticed that it didn't improve with the pandemic, but people were more concerned. And so they asked us, what can they do to fight against the pandemic, and what can they do to have good lung health? And we told them that to use alternative renewable fuels like ethanol, biodiesel, and other types of fuels that are renewable and good for the environment.
Well, thank you for your time today, Angela. Is there anything else you want to add before we let you go today?
Yes, the American Lung Association says if you can't breathe, nothing else matters.
All right, well, that's perfect. Thanks for your time again, Angela. We really appreciate it. I'm Noah Auctioner again for Kansans Fueling Kansas. We'll see you next time.